Almost any longtime BYU football fan would remember the end of the 1983 Holiday Bowl. Down 17-14 with 31 seconds remaining, the Cougars were at the Missouri 14-yard line. But who was that running back who threw the iconic pass to the future NFL Hall of Fame quarterback? Whatever happened to the man behind the catch? The 1983 Holiday Bowl was more than just a classic college football game. It was the catalyst for one of the longest win streaks at the time and the springboard for BYU's national championship the following year. Who would have thought that Eddie Stinnett, the star running back who threw the iconic pass to Steve Young, never wanted to play football in the first place?
Sports wasn't nowhere near in my mind. I was just planning on just going to high school, get a job, and just stay in Ohio.
Stinnett didn't just play football. He excelled in the sport, rushing for over 200 yards in every game, eventually becoming Mr. Ohio his senior year. He was recruited from schools all over the country. When asked about his source of motivation, he mentioned his parents.
She pushed me pretty hard. She didn't want me to stay in Ohio, and I wanted to quit in football, but like she said, that was my ticket out, get out of Ohio, and because back then all my friends they drank, and all that, so she didn't want me to be around that kind of environment, so she made me continue to play football, and my father pushed me to stay, but mostly my mom.
Stinnett chose Snow College in southern Utah, a college that neither he nor his parents had ever heard of, but was as far away from Ohio as possible. He went on to become an All-American at the junior college, and was offered a spot on any roster anywhere in the country. He then decided to follow his coach Lance Reynolds to BYU.
Coach Reynolds, who was at BYU right now, who brought me under his wings and taught me a lot of things that what I should do in football or in life. He sat out with me and went over a lot of other colleges that wanted me. I could have went to any college I wanted to, but for him to be LDS, preferred, he knew BYU, he knew that was a good fit for me. The kind of style they run and catch and stuff that I had fit my ability of their offense. So he the one and inspired me to go there.
The play in which Stinnett threw the touchdown pass to Steve Young was called in by then offensive coordinator Norm Chow when he saw that the play could work against the Missouri defense. According to Stinnett, head coach Lavelle Edwards wasn't aware the play was called. Stinnett still has fond memories of the play that defined his BYU career.
That's the play that Lavelle Edwards decided to throw out. We tried to run it plenty of times in practice and it never worked. And he said we would never run it. So finally when it came in, I'm looking at Steve like, hey, we got to change this, No. Steve said no, and then through my mind I would say, oh shoot, this is something that if I mess up, you could be headlines, Eddie through this, and if I do good and Eddie, so it was I could put a nervous state of mind, but I feel that they had confidence in me and Steve to call that play. And Lavelle Edwards said that if he knew if that was the play, he would have changed it. So he didn't know when the play came in.
Stinnett's legacy continues far beyond his famous play and his great career with BYU. Today, Stinnett works as a counselor for Granger High School, as well as a youth counselor for the state of Utah, working with kids who have spent time at juvenile facilities to help them get back on track with their lives and get out of the environment of violence and alcohol in which his own parents desperately wanted him to be out of. But he is still recognized by many as one of the key players for BYU.
Stinnett, first thing came in their mind, the Holiday Bowl that he played at BYU. That's the only thing they know me by. And they know me by running the sweep. Every time they said he was fast. He was fast, So I look at myself as an average football player, But I guess other people look at me more than an average football player because I was raised to be humble, just be proud of what you have and what you achieve. And what you achieve is just material things. So that's what I look at things in life, just move forward. I did it, I have fun,